Alrighty, guys, we are back with Chapter 6. I was kidnapped by the Pirate King. Let's get right to it. Here we go. Trust me, Amber. Ronan, I got the MJF music. But it's too late. Ronan's grip on you tightens, and he launches you both out the window. Look at this. Your stomach lurches as you plummet off the skyscraper. The wind whips your face, and you scream. Ronan holds you tight against him and tugs on a rope hanging from his coat. Oh my God. Your bodies jerk upward as a parachute opens above your heads. Did you think I'd jump without a plan? Look how this is shaking, people. This is wild. I think you're crazy enough. You would. Let's do that. You would. Good. We're starting to get to know each other. You want to say a million things in response, but all you can think about is your mother. Look at this. Where are we at now? Hand her over. So you can kill her like you killed her mother? Ronan, I demand you tell me what, I ain't worried about that. My goodness, I'm hanging from the sky. Did you know my mother? I'm begging you, tell me what happened to my mother. Let's say, did you know my mother? Here, let's do that. We should really talk about this later. Exactly. Later, when after they managed to kill us? Suddenly, bullets rain down from above. Shit. They pierce through the parachute, sending you careering down. Hold on. Ronan grips you to him and twists in the air. The ground rushes up to meet you, and you both land on a hard and on concrete with you on top of him. Ronan, are you? Move. MJF, baby. He pushes you away from him and under a awning just as bullets rain from the sky. They miss Ronan, but only barely. He starts to disentangle himself from the parachute when suddenly footprints thunder nearby. They're on the ground already. We have to go. You begin to move away. When you see Ronan still tangled in the parachute, the men start to fire. He grabs for his knife to cut himself loose, but another bullet skims close by him. The knife skids across the pavement. I can't reach it, Amber. Help. Suddenly, a bullet grazes him, and he hisses in pain. Still reaching for the knife, your breath catches. Amber, now. Let's see. I'm going to save myself because we know they're not going to kill the main character. You make the split decision to take cover just as the men round the corner. Bullets fly and Ronan dives towards you, finally free, but he's too slow. He jerks back as a bullet hits his leg. But he's too slow. A bullet suddenly flies by, catching his leg. Blood pours from the wound, and he staggers. Ronan. They just skimmed me. I'll be okay. You ignore him, stripping off a piece of the parachute and kneeling in front of him. Amber. Just shut up. Let me do this. Accept your fate. Let's say let me do this. He smirks as you quib and nod, letting you wrap his leg. When you're done, he pulls you to your feet. Come on, we need to get out of here. Ronan takes your hand, and you run through back alleyways and around buildings. You finally end up in a parking lot. Here we are. Ronan points to a motorcycle with a grin. Look at that. Ronan strides forward and slings his leg over the back. He fiddles with some wires before the engine revs to life. What are you doing? I hot-wired it. Get on. I've never been on a motorcycle. Do you know how to drive that? Let's do that. Of course he does. Of course I do. Don't get behind the wheel of something you can't drive. I wouldn't know. I've never driven. I was never allowed to try. What's wrong with this girl? I haven't really been allowed to get out and do much of anything, you know. I'm starting to come to we're wasting time. You climb on the back behind him, tentatively putting your arms around his waist and holding on. He starts to drive. Ronan, how did you find me? When I realized you were gone, Stefan told me you got away by trying to seduce him. What? I would never. I know. I knew right then and there something was wrong. You're better than that. You never stood to that level. You never stooped to that level, so I went looking. I had my men fan out and check all Brett's casinos while I searched nearby. I found the ring. I knew you'd find it. It was a smart move. I've never met a woman who thinks like you do, Amber. I feel like that's a compliment. It is. You both stop at a light and you casually glance back. But when you do, you notice two dark cars. They're following close by, too close. Ronan, we've got company. They're coming. We're going to die. Move it or lose it. They're here. Let's do that. He curses, glancing back at the cars. Let's see if they can keep up. The lights turn green. Hold on. The bike lurches forward as Ronan races forward. Speeding through the streets of the city, Ronan glances back again and curses. They're still there. Quick, reach into my inner pocket. You do, your hands skirming across his mustache, his muscled chest, until you find something hard. Really? Really? A gun, okay. What am I supposed to do with this? Shots ring out and Ronan swerves, weaving the bike. You hold him tighter. You're going to have to return fire. But I can't. More shots cut through the air. You're going to have to. Just pick a point, aim, and shoot. Think fast. Time choice ahead. Okay, here we go. Shoot the hood. You aim at the hood of the car and shoot. I hit it. It bounces off the metal and they keep driving. Crap. You can do this, Amber. You study the cars and realize the tires are your best bet. If I shoot the tires, they'll lose control or at least slow down. You take a long, steadying breath, then you lean back, firing exactly 2 shots, one at each car, front right tire. Both cars lose control and swerve off the road. I did it. Holy crap, you sure? You've never done this before? You know that you haven't, but it almost feels like you have. It just came naturally. Damn, they're still coming. What? That's not fair. When has life ever been fair? You glance back again to see your father leaning out the window with something hefty in his hands. What's he shooting me for? Cash. Sniper rifle, hang on. Why would he shoot his own daughter? You're running out of road. The car is almost to the water. You can see the docks on the horizon. Ronan's ship is there also. But between you and the docks is an enormous construction site. We have to go around. Bam. A shot whistles past you. They're getting too close. You look around frantically, trying desperately to find some way to get through the site. Rope. That's it. I have an idea. Drive there. Through there. What? You asked me to trust you, Ronan. You need to trust me too. His grip tightens on the handlebars. What's the plan? We can drop some of the material onto their car. That will stop them. That's impossible. There, I see my target. That rope right there, Ronan, please. He curses under his breath, but gives you a short nod. He speeds for the metal obstacle course. Ronan is trusting you. Don't let him down. Let's see. Make the shot. Drop the metal. I'm gonna miss the shot and see what happens. You take aim and shoot. Unfortunately, Ronan hits a pothole and throws off your aim. The shot misses. Oh no. Dang. Ronan weaves through the shipping crates and construction. The raw materials threatening to go flying. Got you. Cash is hot on your trail. He aims a perfect shot at both of you. No. His shot hits one of your tires and Ronan loses control of his back. Ah. You see Ronan's head smash against the handlebars as the bike flips forward, hitting the water with a splash. The bike starts to sink and you swim up, but when you look down, there he is. Oh no. You swim down and grab Ronan before kicking as hard as you can for the surface. A rope drops down and you're both hauled onto the ship. Thank God we were. Stefan, you. Suddenly, Stefan is hovering over you, his hand around your neck as he pins you to the ground. Stefan, stop. We need answers first. Henry tugs Stefan off you, and you grasp, sitting up and staring in disgust at him. Most of the crew is at the back. Unfortunately, you don't see Baby John or David. You tricked Ronan. You didn't you lure him out so your father could get to him? What? You're insane. You have a lot of nerve. Let's see, one of us a liar, but it isn't me. Let's do that. Look around, Missy. I have my entire crew behind me. They just don't know the truth yet. Stefan looms over you, and you catch the smallest hint of a grin on his lips. Bastard. The crew exchange confused glances, but Stefan is confident. You think we'll let you harm our boss? Think again, Missy. What do you have to say for yourself? Let's see. Ask the crew. Think before picking sides. Let's see. You're the bastard here. Say you'll get what's coming to you sooner or later. Let's do that. You get what's coming to you sooner or later. Stefan and the entire crew stare at you with mixes of anger, confusion, and distrust. You notice movement on the other side of the deck. A rough guard. Who's that? That uniform, that's one of my father's men. Well, men, it's clear we can't trust Amber. And why would we? She's done nothing to prove her loyalty to us. Some men mutter in agreement. It's true, the little girl has only been trouble for us and the captain. The goon climbs over the railing, a gun in hand. No one else has noticed him yet, and you realize they won't until it's too late. Important, now's your chance. If you do something now, you can prove yourself to the crew. Okay, what should I do? Stop the intruder, prove myself to shout a warning, prove I'm not a threat. I'm going to save the gems. I'm going to shout a warning and prove I'm not a threat. We'll do that. Hey, look behind you. Nice try, Missy. We won't be falling for that crap. You stomp your foot and point to the man creeping across the deck. I'm not, please. Henry whips around, his eyes widening as he catches the man. Get him. Several of the men sprint forward and overpower the man, taking him to the ground. You little woman. But all you can do is sign relief. Is everyone okay? Let's do that. I think so. Henry kicks the gun out of the man's grip as the other man restrains him. He looks at you with wide eyes. Amber, thank you. That warning probably saved my life. It might have. The crew buzzes in agreement and Stefan growls, his face turning nasty. She's trying to trick you, Henry. Don't buy into it, man. These men are smarter than that. Your lies won't fool them. You did it. You proved you're on the other side. The crew nods as at the words, their appreciation clear. I swear to you, I'm not interested in harming any of you. Lies. Look at Ronan. She knocked him out. That's not true. Let's toss her overboard before she does any more harm. Suddenly, you hear a groan beside you, jolting you down. To see Ronan stirring, he blinks, his eyes open. Ronan, are you okay? Don't get up too fast. Let's do that. Are you okay? I've been better, love, but I'm fine. He smiles gently at you, and your heart quickly quickens in your chest. Captain, what happened? Maybe you can clear it up for us, Ronan. Did this girl harm you? Is she a liability? See, I could have just saved those gems, because when Ronan would have woken up, he would have told him, you can trust me. Ronan is quiet for a moment, taking everything in, the intruder on the ground, Stefan, the crew, and finally you. His stormy eyes are wide and unreadable, as always, but he smirks. Amber isn't a danger to any of us. Amber is with us. Ronan, thank you for sticking up for me, for telling the truth. Let's do that. Least I can do, love. Why is he calling me love? You extend a hand to Ronan and help him off the ground. When he's up, you don't pull away. His grip on yours, tightens. Men, I'm afraid Stefan is the one trying to trick you. He's betrayed us all. The crew goes wild. Several of the men restrain Stefan. Henry spits at his feet. Take him below. As you watch Stefan get dragged away, a wave of dizziness overcomes you. You tilt sideways. Whoa. Ronan catches you, his strong, callous arms cradling you against him. Sorry, my side hurts. Ronan feels your torso and frowns. Might be a broken rib here. Before you can ask what he's going to do, he sweeps you into his arms. Hey. But he only smirks down at you before taking you below deck. Back to the bedroom. The bedroom he takes you to is unfamiliar, and you realize it must be Ronan's. He gently sets you down on his bed. His fingers prod at your side, and you wince when he hits a tender spot. His eyes narrow. Take off your dress. Excuse me? Let's do that. He smirks at the flush across your cheeks before his face turns serious, his stormy eyes dark. You're hurt, Amber. I need to wrap your ribs. There's a flicker of something in his face, something like regret or remorse. It's my fault after all. It's not. It is. His voice turns gruff, his expression sour, then he deflates. It's because I threw you in that godforsaken prison, Amber. None of this would have happened if I had just heard you out. If I had just been a better man. He smirks bitterly, and part of your heart breaks. Foolish, isn't it? A scroundrel like me wanting to be a good man. A scroundrel like me wanting to be a good man. A scandal. I can't say it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, but I do. I want to be a good man, Amber. Ronan. He holds up a hand, stopping you. Let me patch you up, Amber, as an apology. Please. The conviction in his eyes startles you, the storm behind them raging, yet calm, captivating. I should, take off my clothes, let Ronan wrap my ribs. I pushed it by mistake. Well, I know how to patch up wounds. I can do it fine just by myself later. He frowns but nods. All right, if that's what you want. He smirks at you. Are you sure you aren't a pirate?
Pretty sure.
Well, as I said before, you'd make a good one. You smile back at him, but there's something nudging at the back of your mind. Your mother, Ronan, knew something about your mother. Ronan, what did you mean back there at the casino about my father killing my mother? Ronan's gaze drops to the floor. Amber, Ronan, I deserve to know the truth. If you keep the truth from me, you're as bad as my father. I deserve to know the truth. Let's do that. Please. He sighs, still avoiding your gaze. All right, I'll tell you everything I know, but once that's said, there's no running away from this. Do you understand?
Yes.
Quiet stretches over you both like a film. Ronan takes a long breath, then finally he raises his eyes to yours. Have you ever heard of Estori? The name rings a bell, and you nod your head. It's an island nation off the coast of Italy. My mother was from there. Ronan's face darkens, but there's hurt in his eyes. She wasn't just from there, Amber. Your mother, before she knew your father, before she became Isabel Dixon, she was Isabel Lombardi. And she was the crown princess of Astoria. What? Your heart races at his words, what he's telling you, what he's implying. It can't be. You aren't just Amber Dixon. You're Amber Lombardi, and you're the heir to the kingdom of Astoria. You're a princess, Amber. Wow, a princess. Is Ronan telling you the truth? What does all this mean? Find out in Chapter 7. How about that, people? I didn't see that coming. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. We'll see you tomorrow with Chapter 7 as it starts to heat up now. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. Have a great day now.